Mike Tyson had faced giants before, but nothing like this. The moment Tyson walked into the gym, every conversation stopped. Every head turned. And standing in the center of the ring was a man so massive, so unbelievably powerful. He looked less like a fighter and more like a moving wall. A 300-lb African powerhouse built with raw, terrifying strength. He didn't show respect. He didn't smile. He didn't step back. Instead, he stared straight at Tyson and laughed, loud enough for everyone to hear. "You're not scary," he said. "Not to me." Tyson's expression changed instantly. The room went silent. Everyone there knew what disrespect meant to Tyson, and what usually followed. But this time, even Tyson felt something different. This wasn't just another challenger. This was a man who believed he could break Iron Mike in front of everyone. And within seconds, he would regret ever opening his mouth. Before the disrespect, before the showdown, this African powerhouse was already a legend in gym circles. He wasn't a world champion. He wasn't a TV star. But he was known for one thing: raw, terrifying, natural strength. Trainers called him the bulldozer. Sparring partners called him career-ending. And anyone who stepped into the ring with him understood immediately why. He came from a brutal fighting culture where toughness wasn't trained. It was born. He had hands the size of bricks, a neck thicker than Tyson's waist, and power so ridiculous that even professional heavyweights refused to spar him twice. He once dropped a 240-pound fighter with a jab. A jab. Stories like that spread fast. So when he heard Tyson was in the same gym that day, he didn't feel nervous. He felt excited. He wanted to prove something. Reporters and trainers tried to warn him. That's Mike Tyson. That man ends people. That's not someone you call out. But he didn't care. He walked straight to Tyson's ring, climbed inside, and announced loud enough for the whole gym to hear, "I want him. I'll break him." Tyson's team froze. They had seen challengers, wannabes, tough talkers. But not like this. This man wasn't drunk, wasn't stupid. He truly believed he could overpower Tyson by size alone. And at first glance, he looked like he could. Tyson was explosive, but this man was huge, towering over him, dwarfing him by nearly 100 pounds of muscle and mass. A normal fighter might have backed up, but Tyson wasn't normal. He slipped off his hoodie, stepped forward, and stared straight into the giant's eyes, with that cold, silent expression the world learned to fear. The gym felt it instantly. Tyson wasn't going to talk. He was going to teach. The bell didn't ring. No referee stepped in. This wasn't a scheduled spar. This was a silent agreement between two men who wanted to test each other. The African giant came forward immediately, using his size like a weapon. He tried to bully Tyson, leaning full 300 pounds on him, shoving him back, pressing his massive arms on Tyson's shoulders as if to prove, "I'm bigger. I'm stronger. I own this ring." For a moment, the gym thought Tyson might get overwhelmed. The weight difference was insane. Tyson looked like a pit bull facing a charging bull. But then Tyson's eyes changed. He slipped out from under the giant's arm with a move so fast the crowd barely saw it. Tyson planted his feet. His shoulders dipped. His gloves tightened. Boom! A short, violent left hook exploded into the giant's ribs. The powerhouse froze. His face twisted. His knees softened. That was the moment regret began. Tyson didn't stop. He stepped in and unleashed a combination only Tyson could throw. Uppercut, hook, body shot, hook again. Each one landing with a sound that echoed across the gym like gunshots. The giant tried to swing back, but Tyson moved with perfect head slips, weaving under every punch while delivering counters that felt like bricks. Then came the punch that ended the debate. Tyson pivoted left and delivered a devastating right uppercut that lifted the 300-pounder monster off the ground, even if only an inch. The man collapsed against the ropes, gripping them to keep from falling. Silence. No more laughing. No more disrespect. The gym watched a giant realize a truth fighters learn only once. Size doesn't scare Tyson. Only Tyson scares Tyson. The Powerhouse slumped on the ropes, breathing hard, shocked, and visibly shaken. Moments earlier, he was the loudest man in the room. Now he couldn't even lift his hands. Tyson stood in front of him, calm, emotionless, staring with that cold expression that told everyone the lesson was complete. Trainers rushed in, pretending it was just sparring. But everyone knew what they had witnessed. They saw a 300-pounder monster walk in with arrogance and walk out humbled by a man almost 100 pounds lighter. The Powerhouse tried to smile it off, pretending he wasn't hurt. But the truth showed in every step he took. Slow, careful, protective. Tyson had broken through his armor, not just physically, but mentally. After he left the ring, the giant sat on the bench with ice pressed against his ribs, trying to catch his breath. Someone asked him quietly, "What happened?" He didn't answer. He couldn't. He just shook his head. Meanwhile, Tyson wrapped up his gloves like nothing special had happened. No celebration, no trash talk, no bragging, just another day at work. Word spread fast. Fighters from other gyms started calling, "Did Tyson really fold a 300-pound heavyweight? Is that video real? Who was the guy?" By the next morning, everyone knew the truth. The giant didn't just lose, he got exposed. Because power means nothing without skill. Size means nothing without patience. And confidence means nothing if you disrespect a man like Tyson. The Powerhouse never challenged Tyson again. Never raised his voice at him. Never tried to test him. Because, in that brief, brutal moment, he discovered why the world calls him Iron Mike. In the late 1980s, when Mike Tyson was the most feared man on the planet, a new challenger stepped forward. An enormous 300-pound African powerhouse who believed he could intimidate the undefeated champion. He strutted into the press conference, laughing at Tyson, calling him a small man hiding behind big talk. Reporters loved it. Tyson didn't. Iron Mike just stared, cold, unblinking, and deadly silent. Inside the gym, the disrespect continued. The giant pushed Tyson, mocked him, and told everyone he would crush the little American in 2 rounds. But Tyson had heard enough. The moment the bell rang, the difference between hype and reality became brutally clear. Tyson stepped forward like a missile. A left hook exploded on the giant's jaw. Then a right uppercut that almost lifted the 300-pound monster off the canvas. Crowd gasped because the fight was over before it even began. The man who came in laughing was now on the floor, eyes glassy, trying to understand what hit him. That day, the world was reminded of a simple truth. Size means nothing when you're standing across from Mike Tyson. Disrespect him, and regret arrives instantly.